Hi there, welcome to Barre Express. My name is Pat. I'm very pleased you've chosen to join me today. If you're new to barre, welcome. You don't need much. All you need is a mat or a surface. You need something to balance on. So I've got a bar here. You could use a chair, maybe a light set of weights, but you don't need those, or you could use some water bottles. So let's get started in our warm-up. Hands on hips, and then send your weight back into your heels. So nice long spine here. When you're ready, add in some arms, active arms, reaching actively through your fingertips. And if and when you're ready, arms come overhead. We've got a 30-minute workout for you today. High intensity, low impact. All right, let's find a little march. So drive your knees to the sky. So in order to minimize our impact, we land toe ball heel anytime our foot leaves the floor and then comes back down. All right, let's press. Flexed wrists forward and then up to the sky. Lift. Anytime we lift our arms above our heads, we raise our heart rate. So you can always manage your preferences that way. All right, let's step our feet wide. Now let's just lunge side to side. So toes are slightly on the diagonal here. Just keep your joints comfortable. Beautiful. Now find your true center. Roll your shoulders back. Breathe in, lift your arms. Exhale, lower them down. This is a plie. Doesn't matter what you call it. Your knees are bending, you're coming down low into your legs, you're reaching high. All right, hands on hips, we're gonna reach across. Tap, tap. So turn your shoulders, finding a little twisting, just warming up our spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now pivot around to the side, or just reach forward, reach long, reach through your back heel, bend and reach, bend and reach. Just warming up our calves and our feet. Last one. Let's come through center. Just find 2 plies here, and then pivot around to the other side, or just reach other side. Long, bend, reach, bend, reach. 2 more. Beautiful. Come back to center. Keep your chin up. Slowly roll down. And then tuck your chin. Slowly roll up. Just one more like that. Now come all the way down. Pivot around. Frame your front foot with your hand. Step back to your downward facing dog. Press the mat forward. Hips high. You can be on your knees here if you prefer. Always a variation. Inhale, glide forward, your knees are up or down, and just tap your shoulders. Tap, warming up our upper body here. Beautiful, navel pulled into spine. As I said, you can be on your knees or on your toes. Try to keep your hips level. All right, even that out. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's find 1 foot forward. Find a little bit of a twist. And then pivot around to the other side and find a twist on the other side. Here I've got my other bar set up over here. All right, step back. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Just tuck your chin, roll on up. We're all warmed up and ready for our first bar track. So this will be our first arm track. I'm going to use some weights here. Again, weights are optional. Your arms are heavy, so lifting those is work in and of itself. Bring your hands to your hips, roll your shoulders back, and let's find a squat. That's it. Lower and lift. 4, 3, 2. Meet me at the top after this last one. Roll your shoulders back. Flip your palms up, elbows in. Press your arms away and find a little pulse here. Now, if this isn't friendly to your shoulders, you can always have your elbows in a little bit closer. Beautiful. 8 more of these. 8. Just it's a little lower and a lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to your heart. Step 1 foot back. Weight a little bit in your back foot, mostly in your front foot. Hinge forward on the diagonal. Roll your shoulders back. Release your arms. Elbows bend. Release. Bend. There we go. So now, if you want to get a little fancy here, you could shift your weight into your front foot and maybe tap. Or maybe you float your foot the whole time. 4, 3, navel to spine, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders back. Find that beginning posture. Step in, roll your shoulders, elbows in. This time, we're going to find a bicep curl by bringing our arms forward and lift, release, lift, release. Now, as you release, be sure that your arms come completely straight. We don't want to lock the joint, but we want to make sure we're getting full range of movement there. Your knees are soft. All right, let's go to the other side. So release your hands, other foot goes back, hinge forward, nice long line. Elbows bend, and then reach behind. Bend, reach, bend, reach. Once again, you can keep your back toe down or not. It's your choice. Or if you just want to play with your balance, know that wobbling is part of balance. We've got to lose our balance in order to find it. 4 more of these. 4, 3. Then we're going to step together in 2 and 1. Step together. Roll your shoulders. Bend your knees. Hinge forward. Roll your shoulders back. Arms alongside your torso, and it's a little lift, lift, lift. So arms and legs are moving. It's just a little bit. 8, 6, shoulders are all down, navel is pulled in. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Roll your shoulders back. Hands to heart. Let's just step to one side and then to the other side. Step, in, step. Anytime we pick up the pace, it's always your choice to stay slower and stay in control, or take a break whenever you need it. All right, feet under hips, roll your shoulders, bend your elbows to 90 degrees, open to the sides. That's it. Cactus arms, little pulse, pulse. If you want to get fancy, you could rise up on the balls of your feet, do a little pulsing with your legs, your calves, and your arms. It's little. It's little. Oh, keep your balance. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Nicely done. Roll your shoulders. I'm going to set my weights down right now. And I've got a little bit of water here, so it's advisable. First position is up next. Heels together, toes apart. I'm going to be side on to start. You can face your bar as long as you can see me. Heels together, toes apart. Stand tall. Rolling the shoulders. Hand on hip. Your inside hand is on your bar. Your elbow's in front of your shoulder. Keeps your shoulders square. All right, here we go. Lift. Lower. It's a little bit of a calf raise. Calves are getting a workout. 8, 6, 4, 3, hold it up in 2, and 1. High on your heels or heels down. If your heels are high, reconnect your heels. Slide down your imaginary wall. Head, shoulders, hips, and heels. Navel is pulled in, nice long spine. Come down to your lowest level. It might be different than mine. Press your knees open, knees aligned with toes. All right, here we go, full range. Up and down. Up It helps to smile and to have a sense of playfulness. Lift, lower, a little faster perhaps, or keep with that 2 count up and down, or vary it. 2 fast, 1 slow. Here we go, 2 fast, up, down, now slow, up, down, just 1 more like that, up, down, 1 more slow, meet me at the bottom. It's a half range, up, down. So you're not coming up to your highest point. What's happening with your feet? Press your heels together, press them forward, bring the weight towards the little toe side of your foot. You're in a half range here. We move in all different ranges of motion in order to work our muscles in different ways. 4, 3, pulse is up next, 2. So it's a tiny move. Meet me at the bottom. Pulse, 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 navel in. What's different in a pulse than a bounce is that micro pause at the top. All right, find the bottom and hold. Maybe take your hands off the bar. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up. Release your heels, toes forward, and maybe just give yourself a little thigh stretch. Maybe a calf stretch would feel good. If I don't cue a stretch and you feel one, go for it by all means. All right, we've got second position up next. I'm going to pick up my weights. If you want to join me, please do. We're in a wide plie stance here, so toes are on the diagonal. Roll your shoulders back. Bend your knees. Slide down your imaginary wall. Everything is aligned, head, shoulders, hips, and heels. Knees pressing out towards the little toe side of your foot. Feel tall in your spine. Let's just find a rise and lower. So it's a plie and up. Roll your shoulders back. All right, meet me at the bottom. It's heel lifts are next. So one heel lifts up and down, other heel up and down. That's it. You got it. If you want to get fancy, you can switch them on the fly. All right, both heels down, both heels up. Just 4 more like that. 4, 3, heels are down after 2 and 1. Heels down. Roll your shoulders back. Elbows to shoulder height. Let's find a little pulse here. Lift, lift. So I'm pulsing arms and legs. It's tiny. Shoulders are rolled back, melting them away from your ears. All right, let's find W arms. So just a little different. Hands, wrists are outside of elbows. Back to cactus for 8. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, back to W. Here we go for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Now let's go for 4s. 4 up, 3, 2, 1, and out. What's happening with your legs? Are your knees coming in? Press them out. One more set of 4s here on the W. Now let's find the 2s. It's 2 and out for 2. 2 center, 2 out. Let's find the 1. Singles. Just 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you've got it, 2, and 1. Hold there. Hands to your heart. Maybe peel your heels up off of the mat. Sink down and hold. Breathe. Knees pressing out. Nice. Heels down, rise up, toes forward, feet together. I'm going to set my weights down for this next one. So squats are up next. I'm not going to use any weights for this one. So just like in the warm-up, we're going to start with a squat, just 4 in the center. So your feet are directly underneath your hips, possibly a little bit wider. So find what gives you freedom in your hip movement. I said 4, let's do 4 more. 3, navel in. 2, we're going to go to a side lunge, doesn't matter which. Tap. Now you can make this super big arms, or you can make super small arms. Or you can do runner arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now side, it's a leg lift to the side. So knee and toes are facing forward as you lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Toes out. Find your true center. Shift side to side. Arms out. Plie. Up. Plie. Up. Now to find the releve, just lift your heels or just make them lighter on the floor, or skip the releve and just do the plie. All right, hands to heart. We're going to go to that side lunge, other side. Any arms that you like. You can reach or keep your elbows bent or make it super big. 4 more. 3. Going back to center in 2. Last one. Step out wide. Toes on the diagonal. Let's find arms at your side, soft elbow. Come on up and lower down. Find your plie. Lift, lower. We're going to add a little pivot to the side in 4. Doesn't matter which side. 2 and 1. Pivot around. Find your lunge. Arms out wide. Plie. Now releve and back to your plie. Other side, lunge. Plie. Releve. Plie. Maybe pick up the pace. Side, center, lift, lower, other side. Lift, lower. Just one more each side. Lift, lower, last one. Lift, lower. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders. Step your feet in, toes forward. We're coming into our side lying sequence next. I'm going to pick up one weight. Side onto the bar. Elbow in front of shoulder. Hand to hip. And then just step out. Now I'm going to bring the weight to my inside hand and reach across and in. So it's like a side lunge, but adding in a twisting upper body. Your outside hand can be wherever you like it. Hand on hip is a good option. Now, if you like, you could add in a passe here, arm overhead, reach, passe, toe to heel. All right, let's come back to your bar. Arm overhead. Find your weight in your hands, and then just lean away from the bar. Back in. Lean away. Back in. Now this time, step your foot out, and then lift. Step to the side. If you don't like this arm overhead, you can bring your hands right here, and then maybe they come up. 2 more. Last one. All right, now hold here. Get the weight in your outside arm. Just find your balance here. Reach and maybe float your other hand off. Hold for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Let's go to the other side. So weight with your inside hand. We're going to find that side lunge and across. So you can keep your foot out there, or you can step it in. Lots of choices. And no prize for reaching your foot, but maybe after a few you'll find you're getting a little closer. All right, arms overhead. Let's find that lean away from the bar. And up. Away. Or if you're still close to your bar, you're maybe going towards your original bar. That's it. Hands come in. Beautiful. We're going to find that side leg lift here. So, weight in your outside arm. Hand on your bar. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. And then arm overhead. Beautiful. You can reach through your toes or flex your foot, whichever seems more stable to you. Maybe lift. Other arm. Chest is proud. Shoulders melted away from ears. Back to center. Release. Okay, nicely done. We're going to do some standing glute work next. And then we're going to work on some flexibility. So let's start with feet underneath hips. You're going to be slightly away from your bar. So you've got a little hinge in your upper body. It's not a severe hinge, just kind of a little lean. Weight on your back foot. Hips are square. So your heart is lifted, navel is pulled in, your hips are square. Now tap your foot forward and tap it back. Now on this tap, you can have a little turnout if you like, if that feels good to you. And if it doesn't, you're tapping forward and you're more than square. Tap. Tap. That's it. Tap. All right, now stay back there. Now hinge forward a little bit more. Navel's pulled up and in, supports your lower back. Lift and lower. Now, if you're feeling anything in your lower back here, just stand very tall. Your range of motion will be smaller, but it's the same work. So you decide. All right, just one more of the lift and lower. Bring the weight back into your back foot. Lift your front heel. Back heel can come down. And heel down, lift, lower, lift, lower. Just two more. Now bring your weight in. You can have your heel down or come up to the ball of your feet here, or your foot. And we're going to open to the front and then to the side, or to the side and to the front, whichever your perspective is. And we're going to switch sides. Last one like this. All right, up on the balls of your feet or heel down. Tap, tap. Once again, your moving leg is getting all the attention, but your standing leg is doing a lot of work to stabilize. Now, if you like, come up onto the ball of that standing foot. It's only an option. Two more. Now hinge forward a little bit more. Heel comes down in front. And tap and lift. Tap and lift. Or come up to the ball of your standing foot. Your heart stays lifted. Your spine is in a nice long line. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time goes by so quickly. All right. Rise up. Your knee is out to the side. And then forward, out, forward, out, or up on the ball of your foot. Just two more. And now both feet come to the mat, heels up or heels down, your choice. Find a nice long spine, soften your knees, and maybe find a balance here. Hands to heart. Arms overhead. If that's working for you. Hands back to heart, heels down. Beautiful. Hands to your bar. Step back. Find a nice long flat back here. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Press into the bar, or your couch, or whatever you're using. And then release one arm and find your shoulder circles here. And then shoulder circles in the other direction. Now step forward with your front leg just so that you have some place to balance. Lift your back leg and then find a quad stretch. I'm going to turn towards you so that you can see. Knees are aligned with one another. Hip is forward, heel to seat and back. Now if you want to add in a little shoulder stretch at the same time, if you've got the balance, you can bring your foot behind. So back hip comes forward, knees aligned with other knee, open up through your shoulders. And now gently release from there. Bring your ankle across, and we're going to find a figure 4 here, working into our hips. Breathe into your hips. Pull your navel into your spine. And if you want to challenge your balance, again, you can just release your hands from the bar. And now transitioning to a lunge, so that back foot steps all the way back. Back heel is lifted. Your torso's on a nice long diagonal. Hands to your thigh. Back arm comes across. Breathe in, exhale, turn, and then reach behind. Maybe gaze behind. Beautiful. Hands come back to the bar. Step in slightly. And then find that flat back once more. And other arm circles around one direction and then the other. And then hands to the bar. Come on up. Step in just a little bit. This time, we're going to find that quad stretch for the other foot, knee to knee, hip forward. Maybe find your balance. Maybe find a shoulder opener here. Keep breathing. And then slowly release. Ankle over opposite knee. Sit your hips way back. If you've got any comments for me, please post them. Would love to hear from you. Find your balance. Or have some assistance with your balance. Find your lunge. And we're going to twist to the other side. Reach behind. And now just come on up, pivot. We're going to find a wide leg forward fold. So fold forward. And if you like, bring your hands, clasp them behind, and reach your knuckles to the sky. And then release your hands, walk them around to your back foot. Come on up. And let's find another twist in this direction, because I think we needed to even that out. Beautiful. Step both feet together. Now step wide. Bring your heels into center. We're going to slide down once again. And maybe your hips come to knee height. Just adjust your stance. Maybe you stay here. Or maybe you drop down a little bit more. Maybe you bring your heels closer in to find more of a Hindi squat. So whichever one feels most welcome in your body today. Nice long spine. Breathe. Reach tailbone through crown. If you don't have a virtual wide membership, you can go YMCA North and you can get a virtual membership for $9.99 a month. So press into the mat, rise up. Release your arms. One arm stays up tall and find your side bend. Maybe look up underneath. Tuck your top shoulder back. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out. Look to the other side. Up and under. Release your arms. Toes forward, feet together. Roll your shoulders back. One more clasp behind to open up through your chest. Maybe reach your hands away by straightening your elbows, maybe pressing the palms of your hands together, lifting your gaze slightly. Nice stretch after all that intensity. Big breath in. Find a smile. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just gently press your thumbs into your sternum, lift your heart into your thumbs, allow your elbows to fall to your side. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time.